Guys, day 6, you have stumbled upon Wendy and James, Fletch Lives Daily on YouTube.com. We are getting off Pride of America today, day 6. We are in Nauwili, if you want to call it that. It's Kauai. This is the oldest island in the chain. It's a very beautiful island. Today our plan is to go on a helicopter ride. At 1 o'clock, we're going to take the hour tour of the entire island. We're going to see everything from the air. We're not going to see anything from the ground. We'll see some bathrooms, some shops, a beach, but that's about it. So I'm following Wendy. We're going to get the free shuttle here to town. Spend a couple hours before the flight, and then we're going to take you on our journey with us. So hang out with us today in Kauai. Let's try this again. Our intro wasn't very good in the parking lot trying to get transportation. It sucked.
It's madness, I tell you.
It's madness, she says. We are getting off the boat, day 6, Nauwili. It's Kauai, or as you actually should say, it is Kaua'i. And this is Nauwili. We're at port. We are getting off today to do a helicopter tour, 1 hour tour of the entire island, Napali Coast, Waimea Canyon. You say it, you'll go there. So that's what we're doing today. This is the oldest island in the chain. There's a lot of history here. This is probably the prettiest island you'll see. Although the port here isn't very pretty. As you can see, there's a bunch of trucks, storage. Not a very picturesque port, per se. Yeah, Cozumel and Bahamas, their ports are okay. We haven't been to a real pretty port yet, but that's just business. That's the business end of it. Everything else is pretty nice. Had a good trip, but today we are on our own. Mike and Peg are doing their own excursion, having a little time alone by themselves, as are we. So after we get done with the helicopter ride, we will be going probably to the beach. We're going to check out a few shops right now. It's a 10-minute walk from the boat over to the shops. But after today's over with, we got one more day, and it's just going to be a hangout day probably. We might go to Duke's, do a little shopping, and do a lot of packing. So hang out with us today. We'll take you on our trip today in the helicopter as we get to it. Here at Island Helicopters, we're going to do this tour here. It's going to be a really long tour. We're at pre-staging right now. There's 3 choppers here on the helipad. Thank you. We're getting our parachutes right here. Small parachute. As I said, 3 choppers on the helipads. Beautiful day. It looks a little cloudy, but I think this is pretty normal for this place.
It's normal.
Yeah, pretty normal.
You get out there and clear up.
Yeah. So that's where we're at right now in this adventure. Being loose. Alright, here's we're headed. Pretty cool experience. We got to see Nepali, we got to see Waimea Canyon, a bunch of beaches, a bunch of waterfalls. It's incredible. This was a heck of a trip. It was well worth it. Highly recommend island helicopter tours. Anytime you get a chance to come to Kauai, do a quick tour, go ahead. Also, you can do the volcano tour in Maui. They have something very similar to that.
They're special. They're special.
And also in Hilo, you can go see the Kilauea from above in Hilo. That's a good tour as well. But island tours, you have such a short amount of time here in Kauai. It's well worth it. Definitely recommend it. That's what you look like. How'd you like the tour, baby?
It's amazing.
That's our freaking helicopter right there. Let's take a quick picture. Hang on. All right, we had a great trip. Saw some shit we'll never see again, probably. Did it the quick way. But this is Island Helicopters. This is how it's done. Finished with the helicopter tour. We got to see a bunch of stuff. Waimea Canyon. We saw the falls from Jurassic Park. Nepali coastline. We saw the waterfalls from Fantasy Island. A bunch of beaches on the coast that were using films from the past. Really cool trip. Well worth the money. Just have a quick trip around the island of Kauai.
It was amazing.
Yeah, definitely. We had a short stay here, so we had to take advantage of the opportunity, and we got to see everything without having to drive to it. So, from Wendy and from James, thanks for following us on today's vlog of the Island Helicopter Tour in Kauai.
Aloha.
Peace, aloha, and remember, life is good.